friends, this is Grace and welcome to my channel and welcome to a Killer Kit video. If you remember back in, I believe in the beginning of September, or maybe it was August time, I shared a kind of fall themed homemade scrapbook kit. And so now I'm going to share the layouts that I made with it and plus what's left over. So as always, I put my homemade kits in an iris container, and I do have an insert as well. So before I show all of the layouts, here is what's left over. I still have a few more of the enamel dots. I didn't use the pearls that much. And then I have these cork. Now, I could have used all these corks, but for some reason they were kind of lost in the abyss of all of the products around me, and so I did not use that all up. These are the washi. As you can see, I used up a lot of the reds and a few of the browns, so there's not a lot left over, but I do still have some of the other ones. And then I never used the wood leaves. I know for some reason I wasn't feeling it, but I did use up, so this was for the cork container, but I did use up all of the apple stickers from Pebbles, which is good. And then I didn't really use up a lot of these stickers. For some reason they just, I don't know, I'm just not feeling them. And then these ones are the word stickers. This is what's left over of the thicker letter stickers. And then here are a bunch of scraps of paper, and then I ended up just using one of the 12 by 12 as a mat. So here's what's left over, and then here are the stickers. The interesting thing about this fall kit that I made is I really didn't do fall layouts, and I think that's one of the reasons why I have a lot of like the really heavy fall themed products left over, because I did not make any fall themed layouts. But I think, you know, the good thing about making homemade kits is that you kind of go through your stuff and realize the things that you don't really use anymore and the things that you still love. So I still like doing this process, and I'm going to share with you the layouts that I created. So I'm going to start with the last one because that was the one on top. This one was my last one, and again, this is not a fall themed layout, but it had something to do with school. A bunch of my good friends knew that I went to school for 6 years, and so when I was graduating in 2018, they said we need to get together so we can celebrate you graduating. And so that's why I figured I can add some apples because they're just kind of connected to the school theme. And because this is my last layout, as you can see, I'm using scraps. I did use a little bit 1/4 inch pieces of strips of paper to create my border around my cardstock, and then I used a scallop circle die cut as well as a circle die to create the background piece. Now the scallop one was actually the pumpkin paper because I didn't do I didn't do any fall themed related layouts. I figured that I can use the pumpkin, the heavily themed papers, as the scallop and then cover that up with paper, and you would never know that that's pumpkins. It just creates some color and some accent to the layout. And then I used one of the circles that had the grid design to place my journaling. Okay, and then this is a layout. Now, most of these layouts were created with the latest Scrapbook Generation virtual crop. I think it happened in September, and one of the challenges that I participated in was the kind of circle, you know, you make a wreath of some sort, and so I hand cut one of the papers that have all the flowers, and I used that as my kind of wreath for this layout. And then I used a lot of like small little stickers and kind of sprinkled that all around. I did use some fun foam for some of the flowers to make them stand out. Okay, and then this one's a double page layout, and I believe this one has a process video to go with it. It's a very simple layout. It's based off of a sketch, again, from that virtual crop. But the biggest paper here is this green one in the background, and then I use some washi for the border. I believe this is my first layout of this um, mini kit or homemade kit as well. Can't remember. It's been a while. But I used some corks, I used some stickers, some word stickers, and then a long title. Okay, this one does not have a process video, I don't think, but this is again based off of a sketch from that virtual crop. So as you can see, I have this big paper on the background, but it's actually just a 2-inch strip where I used, my normal kind of tendency to miter the edges and create a border. So it looks like I have a full blue page on the background, but it's actually just borders. And I think I like that idea just to extend the life of my papers and to make it look like the page is full. I did add some washi in between the block of paper strips on the center and also this background, just to give it I don't know, to separate it. And I like the background, how it gives color, but then I also had to mat my photos just to make it stand out a little bit more. This paper, I believe, is like a 6-inch by 5.5, and then to dress up my title, I used some Nouveau drops to just put some dots in it just to make it stand out a little bit more. And then here is another double page layout. I am like double page layout crazy this month. But anyways, this has a process video, and this is based off of a sketch, again, from that same virtual crop. So the sketch actually has this side over on the right, but because I like my photos to have the progression, I switched it up so that my photos over here that show my daughter getting the award should be first, and then the afterwards, the pictures afterwards should go on the right. And then I love the banners. I was able to use just a handful of papers in small strips, and then I did hand cut some more flowers, my big title plus some other letter stickers to coordinate with my title, and then that's it. Again, these papers are actually smaller strips, but they look like they're big ones just because I made sure that I tucked them within the photos. Okay, this one is again based off of I think it was a recipe challenge for that specific virtual crop, and I had 10 strips of papers. I actually added some washi in there as well, and then 3 different kinds of fonts for the title. This has its own process video, but I just love how this turned out, and it was so fast. And I was able to do some tucking in, some layering, and so that was fun. And I also pulled out some of my some stamps that I haven't really paid attention to very much in a few years now. So I like that layout. And then here is, again, I guess this is my last layout to share. This is based off of a sketch, and the sketch is, I had 3 photos and banners, and so it was good for me to use, especially with, little pieces of paper. And then because the layout or the sketch had a banner, and I didn't know how to like add the actual string, so I just well, I know how to add the string, but I didn't know how that will affect the flow of this layout, and I didn't want it to be too bumpy, so I just used a marker to create that kind of string effect. And then I did use my thickers here, and then I just happen to have some more thickers from that same pack that had the numbers 1, 2, and 3, and because these were photos of me, so what happened was I got a gift card because of graduating, and so I went to the store and I was looking for dresses that I wanted to use for my actual, like when I walk to for my graduation. And so I was taking pictures of these 3 dresses to send to my sisters to help me to make my choices. And so I ended up getting this blue one here, but I really like this red one. I don't know about that, but I wish I would have gotten the red one as well. But anyway, so that is all of my layouts. Again, some of them have process videos, some do not. If you like these kinds of videos, let me know. I don't know if I'm going to make any more homemade kits for this year, just because I feel like I need to transition and focus on other products in my stash. But if you have any questions, let me know in the description box below. And when I make another homemade kit, I will make sure to share that here in this channel. So make sure that you hit like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in another video. Bye.